Hi everyone, hope you're all well. Welcome back to our YouTube channel where today you will be diving into the world of website building with Weebly. So whether you're a small business owner, a creative professional, or someone simply looking to create a stunning online presence, Weebly is a website builder that promises simplicity and functionality. Weebly allows individuals and businesses to create websites with ease, even without technical knowledge or coding skills. It provides a user-friendly interface and drag-and-drop editor, making it really simple for beginners to build professionally looking websites. In today's video, we'll explore its key features, discuss its mobile responsiveness, and see how it stacks up against other website builders in terms of easy use and performance. So let's get started. So Weebly has some really key features, main one being the website creation. So Weebly offers a range of customizable templates to choose from, covering various industries and design styles, and you can select a template as a starting point and then customize it later to fit your individual needs. There is an intuitive drag and drop editor that enables users to add elements like text, images, videos, contact forms, and more to all your web pages as well. And it allows you to rearrange elements, resize them, and adjust their settings easily. Weebly ensures that website creator on its platforms are mobile friendly and also responsive as well, meaning that they adapt and display properly on different devices like smartphones or tablets. And they also have a built-in e-commerce feature allowing users to create online stores and sell products or services. It supports various payment gateways, inventory management, and order tracking. There's also an app center that offers a wide range of apps and integrations, and the purpose of these apps is to expand your functionality of your website by adding features like contact forms, social media integration, even analytics and marketing tools. Weebly also includes basic SEO tools to help optimize your website's visibility and search engine results. You can edit meta tags, customize URLs, and add keywords to improve your site's ranking. Weebly also handles web hosting, so you don't need to worry about finding a separate hosting provider. It also provides security measures like the SSL encryption to protect your website and visitor data as well. When it comes to pricing, you can find this on their actual pricing page. Weebly offers both free and paid plans, and with the paid plans, you have additional features, and including removing Weebly's branding as well. It's user-friendly as well, and it offers, and it can start as little as £5 a month to a £19 a month plan, and this will basically just add more features and drive growth and manage your operations as well. It's important to note that the personal plan will let you connect to a custom domain, but the free plan, while it's very basic use, it won't let you connect to a custom domain. So very similar to Wix pricing, where Wix does have a free plan, however you won't be able to connect to a custom domain until you use one of their paid plans. If you scroll down, you can see a little bit more of what you can get in terms of the e-commerce and marketing side of things, as well as support. In terms of support, the main support ways is through phone support, but they also do have a community forum available for all plans and chat and email support available for all plans as well. So let's get started. What you want to do first is click on the sign up button to sign up with an account with Weebly, and setting up an account is completely free. So it'll ask for your first name, last name, some email address information, and where you are currently based. So starting off, very similar to Wix and Squarespace, it will ask you what kind of website you want to create, if it's a business website and a personal website, and that way it'll basically just built in features automatically based on what selection you choose, and cuts down on the setting up time a little bit as well. So in this example, we're going to use a personal website. So this is good for a blog, portfolio site. However, if you're wanting to create a business website, then it'll be switched to their Square Online platform. But in this video, we're going to create a simple blog website. So we're going to try Weebly websites. Next, it'll ask us for a theme. And as mentioned before, Weebly do offer a variety of themes to choose from, allowing users to customize the design and appearance of their websites. Themes in Weebly are pre-designed templates that provide a foundation for your website's layout, color scheme, typography, and overall style. What's really good about the Weebly themes is that once you choose a theme, you can customize it to suit your preference and needs. The drag and drop editor also allows you to modify certain elements within the theme, like logo, header, footer, fonts, section layouts, things like that. Weebly themes are designed to be mobile responsive, so they work well on any screen device, which is increasingly more and more important these days as a lot of search engines now use that as a ranking factor in terms of to see how well your website works for user experience. Within each theme, you can always preview it before you start editing. So for example, we have this theme preview here, and we can see where the text is. And again, you want to use this theme as like a base point, because you can always change the colors, you can change certain layouts and things like that. But you want to just have starting off point with a template so that you're not starting off the blank slate and kind of everything seems a little bit less overwhelming, especially if you're new to designing, if you're new to building websites in general. You can also select a theme based on the industries. For example, there's split into business, portfolio, personal, event themes, things like that, or even other. So you can go through each of these tabs and just really preview all of them and see if they work for you in the beginning as well. Once you have selected a theme and you're happy with like the overall layout and it's something that you can work with, then you just want to click on Start Editing. When selecting a Weebly theme, you want to consider your website's purpose, target audience, and desired style. Take your time to explore different themes and find the one that aligns with your vision. Remember, you can always customize the theme to make it uniquely yours. The next thing then is to select your domain name. You can do this later if you're not wanting to purchase a domain name right now. And also if you also own your own domain already, you can also just connect or transfer to it now. So when it comes to selecting your domain name, you can connect or transfer it now, but if you don't have a domain name, it's a really good option to buy one now with Weebly. So all you need to do is just type in the name of the domain that you want, click on search, and from there you have about 2 options. So you can either use a professional domain, and you can get this free with a 1-year plan, so it'll be free for 1 year. So that's why if you haven't got a domain yet, it's a really good thing to do to just buy it with Weebly, because you'll get that 1 year free. The other option then is if you were to choose a subdomain. Now this is essentially a Weebly subdomain, so this subdomain will always be free, but it will have the Weebly branding on your site. So it's up to you if, how you want to word that. In terms of having the branding within your subdomain, it's not always the best for SEO, it's not always the best for user experience. And in terms of user experience, it can seem a little less professional. However, if this is something that you're starting off with and it's just something where you want to try and you don't want to commit to a domain just yet, it might be a good option. It still has it's not like it's a long series of letters and numbers. It does have your name in the URL as well. It's just that extra branding. So it's up to you which one you want to go for. But again, if you were to purchase a 1-year plan, you do get a professional domain free for 1 year as well. But if you want to continue with the Weebly branding on your site, just want to click on choose, or you want to choose one of the professional domains. So now that we have successfully set up our subdomain, when we publish our site, it'll be under this subdomain here. You can always use this for now, and if you want to purchase an actual professional domain and connect that later, you always have that option. You just want to click done. So this is the Weebly editor, and Weebly's editor is really user-friendly, intuitive, and it allows you to create and customize your website without any coding knowledge. First of all, you have the drag and drop functionality, like so. So Weebly has this drag and drop functionality, enabling you to add, move, arrange elements on your website with ease. All you need to do is simply just select a image or select a element from the left editor here, and just drag it onto where you would like to add it. The places where you can actually add it will be highlighted, so you can see everything that everywhere where I can't add it to, for example, is grayed out, but everything that I can add it to is in color, and the blue line, when I hover over certain things, it shows me where it's about to be placed. So if I wanted to add an image underneath here, for example, I can just click and drag the image and just put it in here as well. You can add and customize sections to structure your content, and each section can have multiple elements within it, and you can rearrange sections by dragging them up or down the page. So for example, if I wanted to then move this image, all I need to do is click and hold that and then drag it to where I actually want to move it to. For example, I want to move it to here. Same with actually editing things. So if, for example, if I wanted to edit the text here, I can click into the text and I can just type in what the actual text is meant to say, and I can change the styling of that as well. So I can change the alignment, I can change the formatting if I want to make the text a little bit bigger, smaller, change the color, things like that. So there's a lot of options for element customization. So once you've added an element to your page, you can customize its appearance and settings. Weebly provides options to edit text, adjust font size, crop and resize images. You can set background colors as well. If you click into the sections and you can click on edit background, you can edit background colors or images, customize buttons, and lots more. You can also modify the spacing and alignment of elements within the section as well. Weebly's editor also allows you to create multiple pages for your website and then easily navigate between them. So you can add new pages, reorder them, and set a hierarchy for navigation menus. And this helps you structure and reorganize your content really effectively as well. So when you first pick your theme and your theme is loaded in, the first thing that you actually want to do is change the theme, colors, fonts, and some of the options as well. That way, then your website matches the branding that you already have set out. If you already have other forms of media, maybe on your social media or any kind of actual media that has already your colors and your branding, you want to make sure that the website matches as well. To do that, what you want to do is just go into the theme tab up here, and you can add custom colors, or you can click on change theme to change the overall theme, or you can just click on change fonts, and you can change things like the site title, what font it's meant to be, what style, what size. You can change the nav menu, so the styling of the nav menu, you do it from here, and you can change the styling, what text you're meant to do, letter spacing, things like that. And same with like subheading, subheadline, paragraph text, buttons. All of that can be changed within the font sections as well. So you want to come into the design options essentially and just make sure that the font and the color branding is exactly how you want it, and then you can update the site like that. To update the header section, what you want to do is just click into the header, and you can always update the pages. And to add a new logo, you just want to click on the logo. You can decide if you want the logo completely off, or if you want the text written there, or if you want an actual logo. You can upload a photo from your own computer and then have your actual logo as part of your website as well. Once you have the logo updated, you can always resize it. So you can see it's a little bit small, so I'm going to click onto the image and just resize it a little bit. And really just edit it how you need to. So once you have the theme set up and you have the theme colors, the next thing that you want to do is build out your pages. And you don't have to build out pages one by one. You just want to make sure that the nav bar has all the pages that you want. So for example, if you want a home page, about page, a contact, the blog page, those will usually come within it. If there's pages that gets added by the theme that you don't need, you want to be able to remove those. And you want to add any extra pages that you have. So to manage your pages, you want to come into the pages tab here. And you can see the list of pages here. So we've got our home page, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to click and drag on the about page because I want that to come after home. And then the community page, I actually don't need that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click into community, and I'm actually just going to delete it. There's two options what you can do. If you want to add maybe the community page on another page on your website, or if you don't want it in the nav bar, you can also just hide it. If it's under visibility, you want to just make it members or group or public. Or you want to click on hide in navigation, and that way you still have the page. Maybe it's another way to link often to it, but it's not being navigating in the nav bar. The other option then is to straight up delete it if you don't need it. And you can see I've got the home, about, blog, and contact. To add a new page, what you want to do is click on add new page, and you want to see what kind of page that you want to add. If it's a product page, if it's a category page, if it's a blog page, then you want to click on that. If it's just a standard page, then you can just do a standard page. If it's an external page, so essentially it links to an extra, if something links to another website, then you can add that as an external page, and that way it'll be added, and when someone clicks on it, it'll open a new tab. We're just going to add a standard page, and we're going to add a name. So for example, I want to add a privacy policy page, so I'm going to rename that and call it privacy policy. And just make sure it's placed exactly where I want it, so I want it just in here. The other thing that you want to make sure when you're adding pages is to make sure you have all the SEO settings set up. So if I click into, for example, the About page, there is a tab for SEO settings, and it basically allows me to add a page title, page description, meta keywords, footer code, header code, things like that. So Weebly does provide basic SEO settings that allow you to optimize your website pages for search engines. These settings just help search engines understand and index your content a lot more effectively, potentially improving your website's visibility and search engines as well. So the first thing that you have is the page title, and this basically just allows you to set unique titles for each page of your website. Page titles should be accurate to reflect the content and purpose of the page, and search engines often use page titles as a factor in determining the relevance of a page to a search query as well. Then you have meta descriptions, or in this case it's called page descriptions, but essentially you can add meta descriptions for your web pages in Weebly. Meta descriptions are brief summaries of the page content that appear in search engine results. They provide a really concise preview of what users can expect on your page and can influence your click-through rates as well. Weebly also enables you to customize the URLs of your web pages, and it's important to create descriptive and keyword-rich URLs that accurately represent the page content. Clear and relevant URLs can improve the chances of your pages being indexed and ranked appropriately by search engines as well. So when you are adding pages, or when it comes to SEO optimizing your pages, and your website in general, you want to make sure that you have these 4 things set up in all of your pages, and that way it makes it a lot easier for Google to index your page, and you have a higher chance of appearing higher in search engine results pages as well. So let's start building out our About page. So the first thing I'm going to do is go into the Build tab again, so I can see all of the different tabs that I can add, or the elements that I can add. And we have the About page here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a image just underneath the About page. And then I also want to add some text, so I'll add a title on the right hand side of the image, and then I'm going to add some text as well. What might help is just to add in all of the elements and then edit the content later. I'm going to remove this one. I'm going to just click into that tab, and then I'm going to hover over it and look for this X so I can delete this element here. So I have this section here, and then the other thing that I want to add is another structure. So I'm going to add another section just underneath here, and I can add a section here. So with the structure layout element, it basically has pre-designed layouts that I can already use. So for example, I wanted to add a team section, like a Meet the Team section, and they already have one that's already been designed. So I'm going to click on that, and you can see there's a range of different layouts. It's not just one layout. You've got 3 or 4 to choose from, and this will be different for every theme that you have. Some themes may have more layouts for this than others, but essentially you just pick a layout that you like, and then I'm just going to click into the one that I think works best for the site, and then edit it as I need to. So I've got Meet Our Team, some text here, and then I've got the actual Meet the Team sections here. And then what I can do, so you want to click Save if you're happy with it, and then what I can do afterwards is I can edit it. So for example, I want to add another bit of text underneath each of the job titles, so I can add some text about the employees. So I'm going to click on the text box, and then I'm going to drag it under each of the job titles, and click on the text box and drag it under here, and one more. And then I'm also going to change the alignment, because I want everything to be in the middle. Okay, and then I'm going to start adding some images. So I'm going to click to upload image, and I can upload a photo from our computer. And you can see the photo that I've chose is uploading just on the bottom right here. And you see the photo is updated here. And I'm just going to start editing all of the content now. So once you have everything set up, what you also want to do as you're adding more and more content to your website is to check it on mobile. So right now we have the desktop view as well, but Weebly Builder also allows you to check the site on mobile and just see if there's anything that you need to be aware of. But the theme that you have is mobile responsive, so depending on what theme that you have, not all the time mobile options will be applied. But we have the mobile view here, at least we know what it's going to look like, and it's looking good, so we can go back to desktop and just keep building it. So now let's switch pages, and we will go onto the blog page and start building that out. So we already have the blog theme kind of built up, and if there's anything that you want to change from here, you just want to go into the build page and then just add elements, add sections, remove sections, things like that. Currently we don't have any blog posts, and we will add some now just to see how it would look. So when you come into the blog page, you see on the blog page you have the option for a new post, so we're just going to click on new post, and we can type in a post here. So you can type in the post title, and then you want to just drag the elements here. So the first thing that you want to add is maybe like a heading element. And then you can also add the text element, and the text element is where you'll add your main bit of text, and you essentially just want to build out your blog page. What's really good about the Weebly editor is that you can really easily add things like text. You can also add headings whenever you need to, and then you can also break up the text with images as well. When it comes to writing effective blog posts, you want to make sure that it has the correct amount of length, and obviously that's going to vary depending on your topic and your audience, and search engines don't have an exact figure for how long they want blog posts, but it's best to aim for about 1,500 to 2,000 words for articles or posts. You also want to make sure that the blog post that you're writing is user-friendly and easily readable. So having just a simple blog post with just some text is going to be really difficult to read, so you want to make sure that whatever you are typing, you also break it up with some images, some videos if you have some, and things like that. If you scroll down on the editor, you can see that there's different media elements that you can have, including a flash player. You can embed a document. You can link a YouTube video within your blog as well. So it makes it really easy to build out a really good blog that can engage with your audience as well. Next thing, once you have finished typing in your blog, you want to go into post options, and here you have a few different options. So you can either choose to publish immediately, or you can publish at a scheduled time. So this is a really good idea if you ever want to sit down maybe once a week and write maybe 4 or 5 blog posts, but then schedule them to publish on different days. That way you're not always having to come to your computer and publish them manually. It's really good to have a blog be updated with posts all the time, but for some people it might be easier to just sit down, write a few blog posts, and then schedule it at a certain date and time as well. So we've got some different options there. You can edit the share settings if you want to share on Twitter immediately as well. It'll ask you to connect to your Twitter account and give you some permissions, but then that way after that it'll let you publish to social media as well. You can decide if you want to leave the comments open, closed, or require approval, meaning that they can leave comments, but it'll only be displayed once you've approved them. And then you can decide if you want to add it different categories as well. And the next thing then that you want to make sure that you have on every single one of your blog posts is to add a title and description. This is essentially your post title and your post meta description, and it works exactly the same way your page titles and meta description work. This is essentially just help you rank higher on search engines for users and SEO and search engines to know what this post is going to be about. And then once you're done, you can either save and come back to it later. It'll save as a draft, or you can just post. And then you can see on the blog, you've got your first blog here. And that's it. That's as easy as it is. And then you can decide basically if you want to have the posts all scheduled all at once or not. So that's our blog pages built out now. We have our home, about, and now we're going to do our contact page. So you can see the contact just says get in touch, and some content here. What we're going to do is add a form and some contact information. So we'll drag on the section block here. And I'm going to add a phone number or an email that they can add instead. So we'll start off with the phone number. And what I'm going to do is I'm also going to link it. So I'm going to highlight the text and I'm going to click on the link button and I'm going to click on phone and I'm going to actually just enter the phone number. And just click on link and then we're done. That's now linked. And then I'm going to add the email as well. And I'm going to link that as well, and I'm going to look for the email. I'm going to type in the email that it. There we go. So we have the two links as well. And that's it. That is the contact form set up. And we have the home, blog, contact page as well. One thing that you might notice is the footer. So by default, you've got the footer with the Weebly branding. If you do want to customize a footer, you do need to subscribe to one of the plans that they have. Otherwise, you'll just get a decent kind of Weebly footer as well. Once you have the pages all set up, what you can do now is set up the general settings. So for example, if you go into settings here, you can edit things like the site title, and then you can add things like the favicon. So favicon by default would be the Weebly favicon. If you upgrade, you can change your own favicon as well. And you can set things like the site formatting, time, date formatting, things like that. And you can decide if you want to add a cookie banner or not. You want to go into the SEO tab and make sure that you have the site description and meta description as well fitted in here, and this is mainly for a general description and a title for your overall site. And if you have any codes that you want to add, for example a Google Analytics code, you can add it easily in the footer code here. You can also add Google Webmaster 2 codes in here as well. If for some reason your site's not ready yet but you want to publish it, just to have like a link live, you can always choose to hide the site from search engines. It's up to search engine robots to actually honor this request, but you can choose to do that, and then always just remember to untoggle that once your site is ready to get visitors and you want it to rank. What's also really good about Weebly is that they do allow you to have redirects. So if you're ever building a page and you want to get rid of another page, instead of having that broken link on your site, you can always add a URL redirect, and that way you'll remove any kind of 404 errors that may occur or any broken link errors, because those are really bad for SEO and they're also really bad for your user experience as well. If you ever get to the point where you want to extend the functionality of your site a little bit, you can always go onto the apps section and you can download some apps onto your site to kind of extend the functionality. You can do things like social apps as well, so integrate your social media, maybe add like a social media blog feature, things like that. You can have more advanced forms. You can also view apps that will help improve your search engine rankings as well. Things like Ranking Coach, Google Ads as well. You can add all of that as well. Once you're ready to publish your site, all you need to do is click on publish, and this will essentially publish your site. In this version, we've used this subdomain here, but if we want to upgrade to a custom domain, we need to upgrade one of our plans. But if you click into the site, into the URL, you can see our site live, exactly how we built it, and this is ready for Google to index. This is also ready for users to view as well. So overall, Weebly is, as you can see, a really easy editor to use. They do have a range of templates you can use as a starting off point, and what's really good is that there are customization options onto it. In comparison, there are platforms like Wix and WordPress that are quite similar, but there are some notable differences. When it comes to ease of use, Weebly, Wix, and WordPress all aim to provide user-friendly interfaces, but Weebly and Wix are generally considered to be more beginner-friendly due to their intuitive drag-and-drop editors. WordPress, on the other hand, has a steeper learning curve, especially for users without prior experience with web design or development. Weebly and Wix offer a really wide range of pre-designed templates as well, allowing you to choose from various styles and industries. Both platforms have drag-and-drop editors that make customization really straightforward. WordPress offers even more flexibility in terms of design and customization options, as it provides access to a vast collections of themes and plugins. And with WordPress, you have a greater control over the appearance and functionality of your website, but again, it requires a lot more technical knowledge in order to function as well. And when it comes to flexibility and scalability, WordPress stands out for its flexibility and scalability as well. It's an open source CMS that allows for extensive customization and the creation of really complex websites, including e-commerce stores, membership sites, blogs, and booking sites, things like that. Weebly and Wix, while they do offer e-commerce functionality, may have limitations in terms of advanced features and customizations compared to that of WordPress. All three platforms provide basic SEO settings like page titles, meta descriptions, and URL customizations. However, WordPress have an even bigger advantage in terms of SEO due to its extensive plugin ecosystem, and this offers a wider range of SEO plugins for advanced optimization and analytics. Weebly and Wix, while providing basic SEO tools, may have fewer options for in-depth SEO management. And lastly, pricing and hosting. So Weebly and Wix are an all-in-one platform that include hosting services, whereas with WordPress, it requires separate hosting. Weebly and Wix offer free plans with limited features, as well as premium plans with more functionality. WordPress itself is free, but you'll need to pay for hosting and potentially additional costs for themes, plugins, and lots of other premium features as well. Ultimately, the choice between Weebly, Wix, and WordPress depends on your specific needs and technical proficiency. Weebly and Wix are great options for beginners or those looking for simplicity and ease of use, while WordPress provides more flexibility, customization options, and scalability for users willing to invest time in learning and building their website. And that wraps up our review of Weebly, the user-friendly website builder that brings simplicity and functionality to the world of web design. So whether you're a beginner or an experienced user, Weebly offers an intuitive drag-and-drop editor, customizable templates, and built-in e-commerce capabilities, making it a really versatile choice for creating professional websites that are also really easy to use as well. From its mobile responsiveness to its SEO optimization, Weebly has shown its potential. So if you're interested, feel free to set up a free account and try out building your own website with Weebly. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment below sharing your thoughts and experiences with Weebly as well. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.